And today is 20th of December 2023. My name is Okikiola Kosim. You are welcome. And we are starting with this Nigerian newspaper for today.
Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. If Nigeria go better, now your hand is there. If Nigeria go better, now my hand is there. Make we join us together, make Nigeria for better. Oh yeah. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. If Nigeria go better, now your hand is there. If Nigeria
Drama as MPC fails to include censor fund in 2024 budget proposal. The Chairman Senate Committee on National Population Commission, Senator Abdulningi, on Tuesday said there was no provision for the population and housing census schedule for the next year in the MPC's budget proposal, which was submitted to the Federal Parliament for consideration. Negi stated this when he appeared before the Joint National Assembly Committee on Appropriation to submit his panel's report. You can get the details of that news coming to you from this Nigerian newspaper. Governor Makinde presents staff of office to new Song of Ogbomoso. The installation processes of the 24th Song of Ogbomoso on Tuesday climaxed with the presentation of staff of office instrument of office to Oba Gandhi Olaoye by Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. Makinde, in his remark, urged the 62-year-old traditional ruler to take steps that will ensure unity in Ogbomoso land. You can get the details of that news coming to you from this Nigerian newspaper. Moving on to Punch newspaper this morning. The Punch newspaper this morning. Cash crunch. NLC warned federal government of mass protests against bank cuts withdrawals. CBN fresh disbursement fails to reach banks. Southwest Bank source cash from northern branches. Nigerians running out of patience can't bear current pain, Labour tells Tinubu government CBN. The Nigeria Labour Congress on Tuesday expressed concerns over the lingering cash scarcity in the country. 5 days to the Christmas Day celebration, the Congress said in a statement by its national president Joe Ajero that the situation had seriously implications for citizens, inciting that urgent steps must be taken to address it. Bank customers have been growing over their inability to access cash to meet daily needs, despite assurance from the Central Bank of Nigeria. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Allocations of my office stopped 6 months ago, Shaibu. The Deputy Governor of Edo State, Phillips Shaibu, said his office has not received any allocation in the last 6 months owing to the tension between him and his principal governor, Godwin Obaseki. The deputy governor, who stated this at the unveiling of the correspondent office in Benin on Tuesday, said he had been running the office and doing other activities through goodwill and contribution from friends. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Governor Oti promises to make Abia safe for citizens. The Abia State Governor, Alex Oti, said his administration was single-minded about rooting out crime and criminality in the states to ensure the safety of citizens. Oti stated this on Tuesday in Umuahia, the state capital, while declaring open a one-day sensitization campaign against cultism and drug addiction in Nigeria organization by the Abia State Orientation Agency. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Corruption. Stakeholders seek forensic auditors in public-private sectors. Some stakeholders have called for the establishment of forensic departments in public and private entities to fight corruption, as well as hail of shame for convicted looters. This was revealed at the inauguration of the Lagos State chapter of the Chartered Institute for Forensic and Certified Fraud Investigators of Nigeria on Tuesday. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Protect your database from hackers. IG advises banks. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has counseled financial institutions and business owners over the growing sophistication of cyber threats and consequent attack on their databases and businesses. The IG spoke over the weekend at the Money Point Staff Retreat in Abuja, urging those in the financial sector and business owners to take proactive step towards the protection of their database from potential hackers. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Africa must address manpower shortage in project management report. Africa must address the current manpower shortage in project management for capacity building for growth. The Project Management Institute Talent Gap report has stated. According to the report, there is an increase in the number of jobs requiring project management skill, especially in developing and emerging countries. Get the details of that news coming to you from the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving on to the Nation newspaper this morning. No price too much to pay for peace in Rivers, says Fubara. Rivers State Governor Semilani Fubara yesterday said he was prepared to pay any price for peace to reign. The governor, who has been in trouble in a political battle with His predecessors Nyesom Wike on Monday signed an 8-point agreement to facilitate a truce. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. Ibadan-based fraudster gets 75 years imprisonment. Ibadan-based fraudsters Olaniyi Benga Amos, popularly known as Crime Alert Security Network, has been sentenced to 75 years imprisonment for multiple investment fraud. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. 'Let's speak truth to power', Fayemi urges party leaders. Former Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi has urged the leadership of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) to always tell the people in power the truth. He told the party's leaders to always tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu the reality on the ground and about the feedback from Nigerians. Fayemi, who is also the immediate past chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF), recommended that the president should not be made to depend solely on information he gets from the Aso Villa. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. 2024 will be a year of peace, says First Lady. The First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, yesterday hosted the Nigerian past and the present leadership at the 2023 service of 9 Liaison and Carol in Abuja. The service, the first under the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, had Emmanuel, our hope of glory, at its theme. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. EFCC now to beam searchlight on councils. Local governments will soon be on the front burner of the war against graft by leadership of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC). The commission has signaled a desire to buy in people at the grassroots to achieve its desire to fight corruption, especially in the councils. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. President Tinubu, expect full manifestation of my reforms next year. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday reflected on his administration's 6 months in office, assuring Nigerians of full manifestation of the results reform next year. He gave his government kudos for the improvement of security in the southeast, south-south, northeast, northwest, saying that Boko Haram and bandits were being routed by security agencies. You can get the details of that news coming to you from the Nation newspaper this morning. On to Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Rivers crisis, Tinubu's intervention breach of constitution sans. The intervention of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the crisis between Governor Simi Fubara of Rivers State and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has generated ripples with some senior advocates of Nigeria, including a human rights lawyer, Femi Falana, expressing concern that the trust brokered by the president might have breached the provision of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. You can get the details of that news coming to you from Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Reps probe MDAs over funds to tackle out-of-school children menace. The House of Representatives has mandated its Committee on Alternative Education to investigate the disbursement of billions of funds meant to reduce the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria through the Alternative School Program (ASP), Better Education Service Delivery for All, and At-Risk Children Program. It is to particularly beam its searchlight on the role of the MDAs concerned and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. You can get the details of that news coming to you from Daily Trust newspaper this morning. from the business desk of Daily Trust this morning. Nigerians hold discourse 280.98 billion naira in 9 months. Electricity consumers failed to pay 280.98 billion naira to the electricity distribution companies discourse from January to September 2023. An analysis of Nigeria Electricity Regulation Commission quarterly report has shown. According to the report, the debt is from the 1.06 trillion naira bill that was issued to consumers. You can get the details of that news coming to you from Daily Trust newspaper this morning. It's time for us to bring in our in-house analyst and a public affairs commentator. He's a seasoned journalist and media consultant. I am talking about Mr. Salami. Good morning.
Good morning, our super citizen listeners, and good morning, the presenter.
Let's start with the Federal House of Representatives decision to probe MDs over fund to tackle out-of-school children menace. What's your take on that?
Well, I think the three arms of government are now beginning to prioritize the people. Because we have said here times and times over that the people should be the center of the activity of government. Governance is about the welfare and the well-being of the people. Now to the real issue of the out-of-school children. This has become a menace. It is a problem now because the youths, as we have been saying, are the future of this country, and if they are not properly guided and well educated to face the future, then the country is, to say the least, facing a dire problem. To even now imagine that the billions of naira allocated for this assignment is allegedly looted is a big matter for grave concern, and that the lawmakers are beaming their searchlight on this is a welcome development. We plead that they do this with all sense of responsibility, realizing and knowing very well that they are dealing with the future and the destiny of this country. Let them do the needful and let them be transparent, and let the members of the Federal House of Representatives do this very well. It is a national assignment.
Rivers crisis, Tinubu's intervention, breach of constitution. Some lawyers are speaking. What's your take on that?
I think this is a conundrum, a very big conundrum at that. And we are at a stage where we have to distinguish between legalists and what is right or what is expedient. The senior advocates of Nigeria, quite some of them anyway, are saying that the intervention of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has breached some sections of the constitution. I will not be Machiavelli in my analysis, but I want to say that this is one special occasion where the end justifies the means. The end is to restore peace. The end is to ensure that the bountiful dividends of democracy are delivered to the downtrodden masses, the suffering masses. The people of Rivers State who voted for His Excellency Sim Mubarak, believing that he will reduce the pains and the hardship in the land by fulfilling his electoral promises to them. That seems not to be the case, as the conflict between himself and his godfather is becoming messier and messier by the day. And for Mr. President to say no, we will not allow Rivers State to be plunged into a miasma of crisis. It's a welcome development. It's a very good intervention. And nothing should be spared to ensure that peace reigns in Rivers State. Lawyers will be lawyers. But I plead that we should be more interested in the substance and not the form. I do not call for a breach of the Constitution, because all the parties and public office holders have sworn to uphold the sanctity of the Nigerian Constitution. But more importantly, whatever way we can take to ensure that peace reigns in Nigeria and that Nigerians enjoy this democracy. What exactly do I mean by Nigerians enjoying democracy? Democracy becomes meaningful to Nigerians when it brings food onto the table, when it makes education affordable and accessible to the people, when healthcare delivery can be accessed in such a manner that no Nigerian will die of preventable diseases like malaria, cholera, and what have you. When houses or the housing scheme is working, when transportation is working, and indeed when Nigerians heave a sigh of relief, that is a functional democracy, and that is the kind of democracy that the people want. And it is instructive to know that the NLC has cried out once again that Nigerians are suffering.
Yes,
hardship in the land is real, and let the government hearken to the cry of the people.
Still on the matter, the state chairman was part of the signatory to the agreement made by at the president's villa within the two party, but the national leadership of the PDP yesterday rejected the agreement and insisted that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) conduct fresh poll in the 27th State Assembly. What's your take on that?
That is their opinion, and they have a right to express their opinion. But what did they do? What were they able to do when the crisis was festering? And somebody came in and he tried and he succeeded in extracting some commitments from the parties, the two parties. I think if we cannot praise the Mr. President, don't let us condemn him. We will be critical and we can be critical and we should be critical. Constructive criticism, I mean, but do not let us be hostile. That is my take.
It's time to allow our super citizen listeners to be part of this program, and you can join us by calling 0903 2229 797 and 0818 2222 205. These are the lines you can call and be part of this program. President Tinubu assured Nigerians and asked them to expect full manifestation of his reforms next year. What's your take on this?
This is a balm, what I would call a balm of Gilead. And I want to go philosophical about this. Nigerians want hope, realizable hope. And this is what this government, under the able leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is giving Nigerians. For the Mr. President to come out and say, yes, I know that there is hardship in the land, but at the end of the tunnel, there is a light. It is soothing. It is comforting. And this is what we want. Words of hope, words of assurance, and of course action. For Mr. President to come out and tell us that yes, there is hope, is a very, very welcome remark. We thank Mr. President for this.
Former governor of Ekiti State, Fayemi, is urging party leaders to speak truth to power. What is your take on that?
Governor Fayemi, former governor of Ekiti State and the chairman, former chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, has spoken my mind. He has hit the nail on the head. And for once, we are seeing some Nigerians who are now speaking truth to power. Enough of hypocrisy. Don't let us always tell the government what we believe they want to hear at the time they want to hear it. That is hypocrisy, and that will be an ill wind if you not blow anybody any good. Let us speak truth to power. This is the way to go.
I will have to hold you first. We have a call. Hello, good morning. Your name, where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning. My name is Kennedy. I'm calling from Cairo.
Okay, Mr. Kennedy, good morning.
I just want to greet in-house guests, especially has spoken my mind on what you just read last now, former governor of Ekiti State. You know, the truth is that some politicians will tell our leaders what they want to hear just to get peanuts. Even people are dying, you know, on a daily basis, you know, by the street you go, you see people suffering, they will come back and tell the leaders that all is well. The truth is that things are not well. They should learn to tell, you know, our leaders the truth. Just imagine, few days, the former president of Nigeria celebrated his birthday, and you know, people, nobody in my street could like call because I was listening, and people were like, oh come on, why do we wish him well? You get it? So when you do good, when you tell the leaders the truth, they are meant. So I realize most time our leaders are not even the problem because they can be everywhere at the same time. They have people representing them. What is the information they get from those people? Thank you. God bless every positive thinking Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Mr. Salam, you are still on the issue.
Yes, it is very important that we dwell on this. We should talk about this. Why are we saying this? The journalist is empowered constitutionally to speak truth to power, to hold government accountable to the people. And what is more, we are the ears and the eyes of the people. The people cannot get across to the government, but we can. When we meet with them, what do we tell them? Do we tell them what they want to hear so that we can get a mess of porridge? Is that what journalism all about? Journalism is telling the truth as it is, presenting the truth, and telling the government the minds of the people. We should be able to speak power, to speak truth to power, without minding whose us is God. The critical issue or the objective word is the truth, and be factual in presenting the truth in such a way that you may be critical and you can be critical, but don't be hostile. That is the watchword. Don't be hostile.
Cash crunch. NLC warned federal government of mass protest. Again, bank court withdrawals. What's your take on this?
I want to thank the Nigerian Labour Congress for being there for the Nigerian masses at critical periods. You may not like the NLC, and you don't need to like them anyway, but you must appreciate, and you should appreciate, their contributions to the welfare and well-being of the workers, of the common man, of the downtrodden masses, for keeping the government on their toes. We should give them kudos. Why now? Or why should we even have cash crunch or scarcity of cash again? This is Yuletide. This is festive period. This is when Nigerians of the Christian faith are about celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, the Redeemer of the world. This should be the time for Nigerians to laugh, to be happy, to enjoy these spoils of this world. This is a blessed country. This is a country that is flowing with milk, and I think the leadership question should be tackled in such a manner that Nigerians will heave a sigh of relief, and there will be smiles and joy and happiness in the land. This is a country that God has blessed.
Honestly,
this is a country that no Nigerian ordinarily should go to bed without food. The government should be responsive and responsible to the people, and they should live up to their mandate, the renewed hope. But we know that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a man who is a visionary, very visionary, transformative leader. And we are not saying this just to praise him. It's because of his antecedent. That is a performer. It's no doubt. There is no doubt about that. It is visible to the blind. It's audible to the deaf too. but let him walk the talk. Nigerians are in a hurry to enjoy Nigeria.
Still on that, is there any sabotage of CBN fresh disbursement that face to reach to the bank and they have to rely on other banks? What will you say about that?
Well, I wouldn't know whether it's sabotage. I wouldn't know, but I know that along the line, some people are not doing the needful. I will plead with them that put Nigeria first, put Nigerians first too, and know very well that the unintended consequence of what you are doing is so dire on the people. We should not go back to Egypt. It is not the way to go. Never again should Nigerians go through what they did go through under the CBN governor Emefiele, former CBN governor Emefiele. We should not. It was a harrowing experience, and that is to put it mildly.
No price too much to pay for peace in Rivers, says Fubara. Did you agree with him?
I do. I do agree with him in total. I concur. And that is the statement of a patriot. No price is too much to pay for peace. Peace is priceless. It's unquantifiable. And there is no amount of money you can put on peace. There is need for peace. Without peace, there can't be development. In actual fact, we cannot practice journalism if there is no peace. So, we should prioritize peace. We should give peace a chance. We should allow peace to reign in this country in such a manner that Nigerians will sleep with their eyes closed and will go about their lawful business without let or hindrance. This is the way to go. This is the least we can do, and this is how we can live together in peace and harmony. Let peace reign in this country. We need peace.
What will be your take on the drama as NPC fails to include censor funds in 2024 budget proposal?
Well, Senator Abdul Ningi is somebody that I so much love, and somebody that I've been watching his political trajectory. Well, we don't know whether the population census we hold or will not hold. It is still in the womb of time, and if it is a lacuna, if it's an error, it is a curable error, not an incurable lapses. And let us wait and see, and we believe that the National Assembly, the executive, will do the needful. What will be in the best interest of this country? I know that the interest of Nigerians is supreme and supersedes other personal or selfish interest. They will act in the best interest of this country. That is the least we expect from them.
The First Lady said 2024 will be a year of peace for the Nigerians. So what is your take on that? Would you agree with that?
I said it before, that no price is too much to pay for peace. So you should know that I am in agreement with what Senator Oloremi Tinubu said. We cannot overemphasize the need for peace to reign in this country. It is the irreducible minimum for us to exist. In fact, the alternative to peace is anarchy, and it is better imagined. We need peace. We thank the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for drumming up support for peaceful coexistence in this country, irrespective of our tribe, irrespective of our tongue, and regardless of our ethnicity. Let us allow peace to reign. Let us allow Nigerians to heave a sigh of relief and let us enjoy this country. We can, if we make up our mind that we want Nigeria to be a great country and greatness will be achieved. God bless this country.
Amen.
God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Salman Salami, for always being here. And our super citizen listeners, we want to thank you. This is much we can take on today's program. Join us tomorrow for another edition. My name is Okikiola Cousin. Thank you.